see how this thing cold starts.
Welcome to this episode of Bavarian Redline, with what was a relatively easy fix to our E46 M3.
So last night, when we went to dinner after we took the video, the car started to run really poorly. It was shutting off at stoplights. It was running just awful, and luckily, thanks to the forums, I figured out it was just the mass airflow sensor, which I was kind of suspect of, but I looked at it before we left and it was super clean. But good news, you can fix your poorly running S54 by just unplugging this right here. Just kidding, we'll get a new one installed, but for now the car looks like it's good for the rest of the trip, so we're excited about that.
We were finally ready to set off for day 2 of travel and cover another 800 miles in our high mileage E46 M3. It wasn't really until this point in our ambitious trip, with the beautiful Tennessee rolling hills as my backdrop, that I really started to bond with the M3. It had carried us over 1,200 miles so far, and it just seemed like it was finally at home, comfortably rolling through the curvy mountain roads of southern Tennessee. With Aaliyah comfortably cuddled up, sleeping in the passenger seat, it was time for me to finally see for myself if our weathered and faulty E46 M3 could still be the analog ultimate driving machine it was designed to be so many years ago.
We're currently in the mountains of northern Georgia, where gas is insanely inexpensive. $2.60 a gallon for regular and like $3.50 a gallon for premium, which is insane for all of those of you that are in California. This surface engine soon light is on, which is a wonderful thing because this car runs infinitely better with the mass airflow sensor unplugged. We were able to have a lot of fun in the canyons coming out of Tennessee, and now heading down farther into Georgia. The car is doing amazing, better than it has the entire trip. I wish I would have just swapped that out beforehand. The only reason I didn't is because I didn't have a T20 security tip, which is what it takes to remove those. But beautiful day, beautiful scenery, car's doing great, and we're about 9 hours from home.
When we finally made our way into Atlanta mid-morning, we were met by stop-and-go traffic and high oil temps. At least we got to see one of those cool Carvana vending machines. I almost couldn't believe it myself, but we were nearly back to the point where we started our journey in the Project E90. We had to stop in Gainesville to grab the dogs from my sister's house, and then we'd be heading the final 4 hours home.
So we just picked up our girls from Gainesville at Jeff's sister's house. They're super excited to go home. Aren't you? Lila?
Believe it or not, the now 175,000 mile E46 M3 actually made it. And pending an accident.
Literally just minutes from home, after making it over 2,000 miles with the high mileage E46 M3, that seemed like at times it was on its last leg, we finally made it, except there was an accident completely blocking both directions of the road. We had to turn around and take a pretty extensive detour.
That caused us to take a 15-minute detour. Right before we were getting home, we've made it. We picked up the E90 that's back there from the airport, and we made it 2,000 miles in the cheapest high mileage E46 M3 in the country. Say bye, Leah.
Bye.